Hi, I'm Anita of My Chicken Eye podcast, and I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. And if you're seeing the show for the first time, be sure to subscribe, like, and share, and hit the notification bell so when an episode comes out, you will be the first to know. Well, I must say that it has been a truly marvelous week thus far for me because I got to hear archetypes. It's been a couple of weeks since we haven't heard from Megan, and I'm telling you, I certainly missed her show. And when it came out on Tuesday, I was back in my routine. I know I look forward to hearing her show on Tuesday. It wakes me up literally, and I just do all my morning routines listening to the show. And on my way to work, I play it again. So it has really and truly become part of my routine. We've only had 4 episodes, but I'm telling you, it feels like what I need every Tuesday. And last Tuesday was no short of just the most educational episode that I had listened to thus far. I'm telling you, I got to learn about the Asian community, particularly the women in the Asian community that I had no knowledge of, and I did not know of the stigmas that are associated with Asian and Pacific Islander women. So it was truly informative, and I don't want to give too much away because I want people to go ahead and listen for themselves. But I'm telling you, so far this was the best episode because it was, and it's just not only my opinion, but everybody was talking about it. All of social media was like just talking about that episode and how informative and educational it was. So please go and listen if you haven't listened as yet. And wow, that's all I have to say. Archetype is certainly becoming an American pastime. It's just becoming something, as part of the culture. And I'm really proud of Megan for, introducing us to those, those stereotypes that, we as women tend to experience, in different cultures and so on. And yeah, I'm looking forward to next week as well. So go and listen. I don't want to give too much away. Now, not only did we have the archetype episode this week, but we also had the most beautiful photo of Harry and Meghan. I mean, Meghan looked like a boss in her red outfit that she wore during the One Young World Summit in Manchester. Now, the British media took it upon themselves to say that Meghan and Harry released the photo in response to the Fab Four photo that the royal family published. But I'm telling you, there's absolutely no comparison. Let's not mistake that. Harry and Meghan are out there working for a living, and they are truly a powerful couple and a representation of what America is and the world is in terms of couples. And here you have in England, on the other side of the pond, you have 4 people that is literally living off people that are struggling in this world. In England, people can hardly pay their bills, people can hardly put food on the table, send their children to school, and you're telling me these 4 that are living off the hard work and sweat and tears of hardworking people are fabulous? Give me a break. You're talking about Lazy Kate William, who stole all the spotlight from his brother to look good. You're talking about Prince Charles, who is literally a brat, cannot even move his own, pen holder. and Camilla, who has sat around all her life waiting for somebody to marry her, basically a homewrecker. You're telling me that these people are fabulous? No, I call them funny. You know, funny and ridiculous. They're absolutely no comparison to Harry and Meghan. Let us just put that to rest finally. These people, literally, that are not wanted anywhere in the world, everywhere they go, they're being shunned and booed. I mean, there were protests in Ireland, protests in Wales, letting them know that we do not want a head of state as a monarchy. We want a head of state that is voted by the people, not a birthright. So give me a break about your Fab Four and what these people represent, because these people haven't earned their way in life and there's no reason they should be fabulous. I call them funny, dull, and the biggest welfare recipient in the world. Yes, I said it, welfare recipient. The royal family is one of the biggest welfare recipient in the world. So just get out of here with that kind of foolishness that you all are talking about over there in England. They wish they had a story, but they don't have a story. So Harry and Meghan's photo, which was taken days in advance, you know, and was going to be released anyways, whereas nobody knew if the Queen was going to pass, and because of her passing, they end up taking that picture during their, you know, the luncheon that they had with world leaders. So I don't think that Harry and Meghan's picture is a competition or is in any response to that foolish photo they have talking about the Fab Fours. For people who have contributed nothing to this society, for people who are where they are because of their birthright, for people that are literally lishing of the poor people in the UK. So you're telling me about there being Fab Four? Get out of here with that nonsense. Okay, thank you very much. Now this is cracking me up because they're talking about these people are the Fab Fours, whereas there was a poll taken recently, and they were seeing who the you know, the most favorite royals are, and by far Harry and Meghan beat them in their own country. You know, with Generation Z, Harry and Meghan are the most popular royals in England. That is in England. I'm not talking about globally, because by far everybody wants to know what Harry and Meghan is doing. Harry and Meghan are the most popular royals there are in the world, bar none. So there's no comparison. So that Fab Four nonsense, it's just a made up thing by the British press trying to save face and trying to push Camilla, Charles, Tampon Charles, Lazy Kate, and Will Not on the public, but it's not working. It's clearly not working. Thank you. Anyways, moving on to bigger things. Harry and Meghan got their own PR person, and I heard that that woman is no joke. She's no nonsense. She's highly intelligent, one of the smartest people in the room. And kudos to Harry and Meghan. Now everything is coming from within, and if they want to share something about their family, about their business, that's the way to go. To you know, in that way they're containing the information, and they put out what they want to put out, and what they don't want to share, they don't share. Whereas if they had somebody on the outside, you know, things can be leaked, just like how the royal family, members of the royal family, Kate in particular, Camilla, is using the British press literally as their PR. No wonder their you know, the establishment is in such shambles, and they think that the British press is doing something for them, is making them look good, but essentially they're making them look petty and stupid. You know, they've made a deal with the devil, and as a result they are now having to pay back. They cannot do anything that is private. They have to come to the press, and if they don't come to the press is going to rat them out. And I don't know who would want to live like that. You know, that palace is so leaky. Everything that is done behind these walls, they end up either on some show or on some a newspaper or something like that. So they can continue using the British media as their PR, the public relations people, whereas Harry and Meghan are grown folks. They're grown. They know how to run a business. They know how to run an empire, which is what they have, and they know how to run the Montecito Castle in California. They have their own PR, and whatever happens in the Sussex's household stays in the Sussex's household. They don't have leaks coming out and everybody knowing their business. They're private, and what they want to share, they share it in due time. So that is what I call a boss, and that is what I call the Fab 2. They don't need the press, and they don't need all that nonsense that goes on in that royal family. So kudos to Harry and Meghan. And oh God in heaven, I saw something recently where they said that Prince Charles, or Tampon Chuck, is just a king in namesake. All he does is go around and shake hands, which is true for a fact, because the other day he had to, well, he wanted to go to the Middle East the other day. They had a climate summit, and he wanted to go. I think it was in his calendar, but since he became quote unquote king of shaking hands, literally he couldn't he had a change of heart about going. Prince Charles has had a reputation of taking money from Saudis, and it would not be a good look if he had went over there. So I think Liz Truss sort of convinced him that he shouldn't go. It would not be a good look. But I know if Prince Charles was there, Prince Charles would be making deals under the table, because you know what? You cannot teach an old dog new tricks. If he was used to taking money in bags and in what have you, he would be making some winks over there, letting the people know, not because I'm a king, that doesn't mean I'm not taking money. You could always give me the money, remember the last time. So I think that to avoid all the problems that they already have, I think Liz Truss convince him that he shouldn't probably go, because it wouldn't have been a good look. Wow. a king has no power in his kingdom. Wow. Some king that a prime minister who is barely popular, who is barely a prime minister, basically has been running a country for 2 months, and you've been around for 70 years, and you're telling me Prince for how many years, and you're telling me that she has to come in and tell you that you cannot go? Don't you see that you have too many skeletons in your closet, that you cannot even go to a climate summit? That's something that you stand for. Wow, that speaks volume. Prince Charles, trying to shade Harry and Meghan, licking things out there to make them look bad, and instead you're looking bad. You look like you have no power in your kingdom. You cannot even run your kingdom. Get out of here with that nonsense. The only people I think that is doing something that is making a difference and is continuing their life and living their best life as they know is Harry and Meghan. Prince Charles, William, Camilla, and Kate, they're all chained and tied to a monarchy that is going nowhere, that everybody that they're associated with, the realms of the Commonwealth that Prince Charles talked about in his speech, literally said to them all of last week that no thank you, we want to become independent. We want to have a head of state that is voted in, not a birthright, and clearly they want to become republics. Prince Charles took it as far as inviting, I think it was the Grenada prime minister to the palace, but this man is already on track to file a referendum and see what his people want, if they want to become a republic. So I don't think inviting, I think his name is Gonzalez, something like that. or Salvis, whatever his name is. I don't have a script, people. I'm just speaking from the heart. Whatever his name is, that's, you can wine him and dine him. That's not going to change his mind, and that's not going to change his people's minds. The thing about it is that Prince Charles and Camilla and Kate and William are living in all of these castles. They're having how many course meals? They have well, they used to have slaves. Their forefathers used to have slaves, but they have maids, they have servants, they have people at their beck and call. Meanwhile, these people in those Commonwealth nations, they are suffering, and England is not giving them anything. They're not relieving them from all their hardship. And you're telling me that they should stay with you? I say no. I say abolish the monarchy, get rid of them totally, and you know, just make England a republic in general. You know, there's no purpose in having the royal family. They are racist. They've treated Meghan poorly, and if people are in their own family, Meghan, who came into their own family, married their son, and they're treating her like that. Who's to say they wouldn't treat these people they've never seen, they've never had the opportunity to break bread with? Why would they treat them any better than they've treated Meghan? You ask me. And when somebody can answer that question, then I'll say give them a chance. But as far as I'm concerned, at this point, they should not be given any chances. I say all these Commonwealth countries should separate themselves from the British monarchy and become republics, and do away with that royal family once and for all. And you know, to give back the money and stop taking money from people, poor people in general. So when they talk about Fab Four, I think it's the most ridiculous thing in the world. That's all I have to say, people. I try to say it as fast as I can, and I hope everybody you know, listens to archetypes, because that last episode, I'm telling you, it was the bomb. Meghan was just, I'm telling you, she was just flawless, and the episode was so educational. So go ahead and listen if you haven't listened as yet. Love you guys. Bye. Take care until we see you again. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. We have to have those numbers. We have to be able to get those positive channels like Success Royale and these other channels out there, and you know, to sort of influence the algorithm, because there are too many negative channels out there about Harry and Meghan, and all they're doing is trying to make money off Harry and Meghan, and we're not going to allow them to do so. So make sure we have those algorithms going where you like and you subscribe and you share those positive channels that are associated with Harry and Meghan. Bye. Just coming a little closer.